And so that means that you and you and you and you and you and me and all of us have got to act. And you know what? It's possible! It is possible to drive them out! Our sisters and brothers all over the planet are counting on us! The children in the concentration camps are counting on us! The people in Iran are counting on us! The people who live in low-lying countries like Bangladesh are counting on us! So when I say Trump Pence and you say OutNow, that means not in November. That means now. So Trump Pence, 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 We are organizing to make this happen. We are across the country. You can follow us on social media. We are Refuse Fascism because we refuse to accept a fascist America. And this week, we are sending people to Washington, D.C. to flood the streets, to flood the House of Power, to demand Trump Pence, Trump Pence, Trump Pence, Trump Pence. And I invite you and I challenge you to decide, what can you do? Can you go to D.C.? Can you join the people in the streets in D.C.?
Join us in D.C.
Can you call your friends?
Yeah! Fuck yeah!
Many of you can, and I encourage you to do that. Here in Chicago, we are also going to be in the streets next Saturday, starting at 11:30 in the morning. Next Saturday, we are meeting at Michigan and Randolph, and we are marching to demand an end to the threats of war on Iran, and to demand that Trump and Pence must go now. So I want you to take out your phone right now and get organized with us.
Everybody got your phone?
Get your phone and text "No Trump" with no spaces, just one word, to 33222, and you will get involved. You will find out what's happening, and you will become an organizer, because no one is going to do this for us. No one else. There's no one in power who is going to wave a magic wand and make this all stop. It's up to us, the millions of us who have a heart for humanity. And we can! We fucking can! Remember that! It's no Trump! 33222. Pass it on for the people in the back, because this sound system is not the world's largest sound system. No Trump with no spaces to 33222. I wanna invite some people to talk. Yes. Let's not forget, it is going to take a lot of effort. It's going to take a lot lot of signs, a lot of flyers. It's going to take a lot of gas money. And so if you can donate, we need you. All you need to do is Venmo refuse-fascism, whatever you can. If it's $1, if it's $100, it all adds up. It is all appreciated.
Only way we can do it.
It is the only way that all these signs and flyers and things happen. So we are not done. I want to invite Idalia Ponce de León up, a longtime Chicago school teacher, an activist, and voice for humanity.
Thank you for being here. This is a very, very critical time in our history. Australia is burnt down. Billions of animals gone. Our planet is dying. We have a fascist in the most powerful country of the world who is a fascist. There are many fascists growing out of many countries right now. And we have the power in this country with the little bit of democracy that we have left to drive him out, drive his whole regime out before it consolidates. Still, he has not been completely ousted. The Senate has the majority, the Republicans have the majority in the Senate. They're not going to vote for him to get out. And then he has the Supreme Court. It's up to us to get out, take to the streets, and demand for this to end now, this nightmare to finally end. It's up to us. In the name of the children in cages, of the refugees, all of the Muslims who've been banned from visiting their families, in the name of humanity, we must get out there and demand for the fascist regime to leave the White House.
Next, I want to bring up Paul Street, a writer and journalist, an educator, and voice for humanity. Paul Street.
People, oh, this is beautiful. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming out. Oh, there we go. Everyone, so I'm out here organizing, handing out leaflets, talking against this neo-fascist regime, this fascist government, and I'll get typically a sort of white rich person from the suburbs says to me, I really like Trump, he's really great. And I never could figure out exactly what to say, and I finally got fastened on this. What part of it do you like the most? To taking kids and putting them in cages, ripping them out of their mother's arms? You like that the most? The deregulation of every climate restriction and the attempts to turn the planet into a giant greenhouse gas chamber? Do you like that the most? The open, total, unmitigated violation of elementary rule of law and constitutional principles? Do you like that the most? How about pretending to be a populist? Pretending to be for the working people when in fact you're passing the most regressive, plutocratic tax cuts for the wealthy few of all time. And I asked them, do you like that the most? I could go on and on. The list of the ways in which Donald Trump is a white nationalist, authoritarian fascist are endless. He must go. Why don't we have not just this remarkable, wonderful, beautiful, diverse, energized group here, but tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of the streets? Well, we will, as this keeps going on. Why? Still a lot of people, and we have to talk to our friends, to our relatives, to our co-workers, to our colleagues. Impeachment isn't going to do it. The Senate is rigged. They're working hand in glove with the president. They're not even attempting to fulfill the limited parameters of the Constitution, right? They're not even doing that. The Senate is rigged. Does Wyoming has many people in the Senate with 570,000 people as California does with 39 million people? That's not going to do it. It's important that that process be pushed by us from the bottom up. The election, I don't know. we'll see how it turns out, but that's also not looking particularly good. And as someone said before, and this is such an important point, bring it home to your friends, your family members, your fellow workers. This guy has said it in 15 different ways. He is prepared not to leave if the Electoral College count doesn't go his way. He's been seeding that narrative from day one. So faith in things that aren't going to work, we have to tell people to do like in other countries, like Puerto Rico. What did they do in Puerto Rico? They took to the streets and they didn't leave. What are they doing in France right now? What are they doing in France right now? They took to the streets and they won't leave.
Yeah!
Chile, Ecuador, Iraq, all around the world. There's no mystery how to end tyrannical, neo-fascist, authoritarian, corrupt regimes. There's no mystery. Trump, Pence, out now!
Trump, Pence, out now!
Trump, Pence, out now!
Trump, Pence, out now!
Power to the people!
So, somebody just pointed out that we're being called upon to do a lot to register people to vote and get people elected. And I know y'all are hearing that message. And I know some of y'all want to see the first woman president. And I know some of y'all want to see, Bernie Sanders. And I know some of y'all want a real revolution. But let me tell you, none of that is made less possible by the movement to drive out these fascists. In fact, it's entirely the other way around. If we drive out these fascists, everything you want to see happen that's good in the world becomes that much more possible.
Anybody but Trump 2020?
I want to bring up somebody who is fighting for a real revolution. Her name is Maya, and she's with the Revolution Club.
Hey, this is Maya, and I'm with the Revolution Club, and yes, we are a movement that is organizing for an actual revolution, not a Bernie revolution, okay? We're talking about an actual overthrow of this system that gave rise to a fascist white supremacist in the White House. And I wanna emphasize the moment that we are in. This is a historical moment. The third president who has been impeached. We never thought that this would happen, but here we are. He's officially on trial. This fascist pig is officially on trial. And that is a good thing. As do that and grab a flyer and join us. Follow us at Tune Into RevCom. At Tune Into RevCom. Love.
Next, we are going to hear from Anne and Michelle, a couple of wonderful online activists and voices for feminism. Let's give it up for Anne and Michelle.
Hopefully I don't fall. Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm Anne. You know it's bad when we're still getting together in weather like this to say what the fuck. I don't know about you, but I am so sick. I am so sick of women getting raped in this society at the numbers in which we are, and men, and particularly white men, still getting away with doing it to us.
And somehow the blame is always shifted back onto us.
My clothing did not make you assault me.
My drink did not make you assault me.
That's right.
Our sexuality did not make you assault us. Since 1998, over 17 million women have been victim to attempted and committed rape.
That's still 1 in 6 women being raped in this country alone. That's far too many. And as a survivor myself, it makes me sick seeing 2 predators sit their asses on our Supreme Court.